Hello, happy people. I'm Richard Williams, the Anchor Teacher, and this is the Anchor Teacher channel. So back there is where the magic happens, right? So today is continuing. I think I'm going to do it all week, possibly into next week. Just talking to the kids about college and life after high school. So if it's your first time here, thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for clicking on the video and checking out the playlist. So peruse and see whichever speaks to you and just watch them all day. Just binge watch like a Netflix weekend. And if you've been here before, you know I love you. Thank you. All of you, thanks for liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for the next dope Anchor Teacher video. You know I love y'all. Please enjoy the video.
Before you go on to the next topic, I actually do have a question, and that's the academic advisors. What should you do if you can't really get into contact with your academic advisor? Because I know that, like, when speaking to a few college students, they may say that they don't even know what their academic advisor looks like.
Oh, wow.
They have a hard time getting in contact with them.
So that is a question that it sounds very COVID specific. Because we always were able to just walk in, make an appointment, sit there in the office, in the lobby, and then go see our advisor. Now you guys are doing everything electronically. I don't know how. You probably have to email maybe the dean or the president of the well, not necessarily take it that far, but talk to the person in charge of the advisors and see how you can reach it. Because my brother's an advisor at Miami-Dade North, and Buddy's on the computer all the time. So I don't know why your professors aren't. I mean, your advisors are responding, because for him, I don't know what the other ones are doing, but he is always responding to people. So this is a COVID difference. Maybe in person it'll be easier for them to keep up, but just keep trying, or find the person, go online, see who's their boss is, and send them a nice cordial email. You know, it'd be nice if I could get my advisor, kind of thing. All right, time in school, majors. Know your program. Most of you here, I'm literally talking to a medical magnet class, but most of you will be spending maybe an extra year in school. I think nursing is not necessarily 4 years, give or take, right? Some classes. The first week back, they have all this music and dancing and cheerleaders, and all the football players are all walking around and people are stomping. If you go to black school, sometimes the white ones have it too. They're stomping, you know, the fraternities and sororities, and it's all exciting. They're like, oh, here's a credit card application. And you're like, yeah, I'm feeling it. You're filling out stuff, and then you get the credit card, and then you start spending. And who gets the bill? Mom. And she's still at home with Pookie and Sandra, and wondering why she got to pay for a bill that she didn't even do anything. Pookie still needs diapers, and she got to pay for a bill that she didn't even have anything to do.
Well, why gotta be Pookie and Sandra though?
That little John and Easy.
No, whatever. Okay. But I do recommend at least one. Even if it's $20, if they still give those. But even if it's $20, you need to build your credit. Okay? Because I'll tell you why. When you graduate from college, some jobs check your credit, so you need to make sure it's good. But you need to build credit to get your house, get your first car, get your first apartment. Some of you, well, you're 11th graders, you don't have credit yet. And if you mess it up, you won't be able to get your first apartment. All right? Some jobs, like if you work for the government, will be looking at your credit. So make sure you don't mess it up. CIA stuff. A lot of kids this year for some reason want to work for the CIA. A lot of the government jobs will ask, they'll look at your credit. They'll pull your credit history. So make sure you don't mess that up. Alright, scholarships. Renewable, long-term, full versus partial, and then while you're getting college, some of them you have to look at. So renewable scholarships are things that you have to do every year, annually, or as frequently as they offer it. Long-term are the ones like the athletes, they throw that at you all the time, or if it's bright futures, yeah, don't think you have to reapply for that. Athletes, they pay for the full ride, stuff like that, are full long-term. Full rides, be careful of them, they don't pay for everything. They pay for classes, they may pay for books, but sometimes they don't pay for food, they don't pay for a lot of other things that you need money for, so you might have to apply for another scholarship for that. If you go to Praise the Lord, L.A.H.S, Lord of the Lamb of the Residency, Inc. Church.
What? What?
Praise the Lord.
They're right there on 79.
Alright, amen.
They might give you, you're the only senior graduating this year, so you get the $1,000 scholarship and praise the Lord, your mama is happy. Lord, all the years I waited this child up to go to church, she finally got the money. And you go off to school and you pay for a class, or you pay for a class and some books, and you got change left over, you can take the girls out to, or the boys out to Chili's. What happens the following semester?
You got no money.
Why not? Because you're not a senior at the school, at the church anymore. So now they have to give it to another senior coming up. So you're stuck with $1,000 less. Michael, one of these things. Big 7-foot man trying to take they're going to give you, you're going to have $1,000 left to use for your books or your classes. So renewables, you need to pay attention to the fine print of your scholarships. Once again, this is the summer that you're supposed to be looking for scholarships. See if it's renewable or not. If renewables are Scott, know that when you go to some places, you won't have the same things anymore. I had a kid who went to Alabama. Where is Samford University? I don't remember where it is. Louisiana, I don't know. Buddy was like, Pops, I need some grill. I'm like, so why are you telling me this? You want me to go get it? He is in the middle of some Louisiana thing. No, Alabama. There was no Haitian restaurant. Buddy was dying. You gotta wait till you come home, bro. Because I'm not mailing you food. In any case, so you need to know where the closest. I had some kids who went to some school in Missouri, and it was in the middle of nowhere. Some schools don't allow freshmen to drive. So you're in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and the only thing they did for fun was cow tipping.
Why you say Missouri, bro? Why you say Missouri?
That's
You know I'm going to Missouri.
So I got these black kids out in the middle of the night, cow tipping.
Cow tipping.
What is cow tipping, you ask? I found out when he told me. When the cows, and they had to wait till late at night. The cows were sleeping, but they sleep standing up. They would go, the football team, I swear, football. I'm not seeing your nose, son. And they would tip the cows. Now, it takes a lot of nothing to do that. Why? You could have been sleeping, like the cows were. But they went and tipped cows. So know where you're going, know what you're doing. is allotted a number of hours called credit hours. So, and most classes are 3 credits, 3 credit hours. You can, classes go from anywhere to the typical 1 through 4, usually 3, that's what we're all familiar with. And then you will have some graduate courses that ask for 7 credits. One class, I think it's a graduate course that you're working by yourself, you're doing all your research, and so you never come into the building, but it takes the whole semester, so they give you 7 credits for it. With that said, does anybody know how much an associates in art, associates in science, how many credits do you need?
60.
60. And that's 30 as a freshman and 30 as a sophomore. Bachelor's, science or arts?
120.
Well, you know, let's be systematic. 30 is 60, 30 as a junior, and 30 as a senior. But it's tacked on to your AA or your AS. So at this point, you're expected to have, how many did you say?
120.
120 credit hours. To the school's website, you go to academics, degrees and programs. Okay. Wait a minute, I didn't like that for you. Anyway, give me a profession. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to look at? And don't say nursing. We already did nursing.
Construction.
Construction.
Yeah, engineering or something. Engineering.
Who?
Engineering.
Engineering. What type? Okay, you know what?
Construction.
Computer engineering. There you go.
Engineering.
Computer engineering. It starts with a C. Engineering.
Construction.
Stop saying that. All right. So undergrad. By the way, once again, I'm probably speaking to the choir because you guys are AP. You guys know more stuff than you should. But undergrad means that you're still working on your bachelor's. You're a nobody yet. When you become a graduate student, you've gotten your bachelor's out of the way, and now you're working on your master's and above. All right. Some people, crazy people, do 2 at a time. Some people, I've known at least 2 people who were working on a master's program as they're doing their undergrad. That's just no social life and whatever. All right, so Bachelor of Science, not the. Undergraduate student catalog, please.
Oh, got it down.
Good. No. Okay, that's fine. Right, more stuff on my computer, but that's not mine, so cool. Alright, so scroll for me. Now this, I love FIU because it's just plain and simple. This is showing you all the classes you're going to need for this program, for your 4 years there. It shows you the professors that you may or may not have, all the professors in the program, it shows you the prerequisites. Do you know what a prerequisite is?
It's a class that you need to take before, yeah.
Hello people at home, do you know what a prerequisite is?
Just like a class that you need before you do whatever you do.
Yes.
So,
For example, Spanish 1 before Spanish 2. Although at this school we give you both at the same time. That is called a co-requisite. Now that shouldn't happen, but I'm talking about for real school, other schools. A prerequisite comes before the requisite, the actual class you have to take. For example, 1101, you have to take it before 1102, okay? And a co-requisite, you take it at the same time. Now with that said, scroll for me. There's got to be more. There it is. No, what? Keep scrolling. Oh, there's a lot of physics in this. And y'all can't even pass Mr. Dude down the hall?
Oh.
What's his name? No, the nearest.
Oh.
Here we go. Now it's starting to look familiar. All right, so I don't even know what page number this is, but this is showing you all the courses you have to take. And I like schools like FIU because they break it down per semester. You know that if you didn't pass physics, whatever the prerequisite, 2048, physics with calculus 1, you can't register for physics with calculus 2 because it makes no sense. So you have to, even if they let you in the class, you're going to have to be taking this at the same time. I like how they show you everything so you can self-counsel, self-advise, and get your stuff together. All right? Scroll some more for me. It has electives down at the bottom, and that's why AP classes, dual enrollment classes come in handy. If you pass these tests and the school and FIU takes the credit, I think with the 3 or higher, you'll be able to knock some of these electives off so you can focus on your core classes. All right, so that's an added incentive to pass the test in May. All right, moving on. Oh, PowerPoint for me. And you guys, remember, it's a conversation. You can stop me at any time. Some things I'm glossing over because I'll be doing this for every class. So at some point, I'll probably think I said something when I really didn't cover it with you.
Don't worry, we got you for 2
First of all, you're not going to be here for 7th period. I hope Brandon's paying attention.
My man, Bobby.
Okay.
College better be fine.
Gary.
Yeah.
Y'all like the board? It's cute, right?
Ms. Jones.
The ice cream?
The board?
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's cute. Who's on it? What is that? I think that's on Mr. Williams' YouTube channel. Mr. Williams,
Oh,
this is
let
for
me
your
get a
YouTube
YouTube
channel or
channel.
something like that? You recorded?
Let me be the YouTube channel.
For YouTube?
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's a lot of editing I have to do.
Oh, it's recording. Look, they all up in it. Hi guys. You gonna cut them out? I'm Mr. Williams' favorite student.
I'm the second best student. I get straight A's.
I'm glad that he know that he's second best because he knows his place.
I get straight A's in this class. I do all the time, man.
Oh, you mean, hey!
Oh, you can't see through the mask.
You can't see what? Stop it for me. I forgot it was on. Happy birthday, Coriana.
Happy birthday, Coriana.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Can we get this faster
Happy
version?
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coriana Johnson White. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Peterson. Exactly, I didn't even know that. That's what you asked for, that's what you get. So what are you now, 16? Okay. All right. Thank you. Why is everyone so low? Are you even by the thing, Zaria?
Yes.
Okay. Speak again. I can barely hear you.
I said I have a question.
Okay, there you go. Yes.
I've heard from a credible source that supposedly graduation was going to be regular.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I don't. So if the source is credible, you know more than I do. Like I told you guys last time, you guys find out stuff before I do. So I don't mind that. That's good.
Because I was gonna say, because if so, how is that gonna work?
Girl, I don't know. you just told me. So when you find out from that source, let me know. But I think they're probably going to do it because now a lot of people are getting vaccinated and we still have 2 months before graduation. So the numbers might get better. They might even just have you guys wear your mask but still be in person. So that's not a bad thing. At least you get one thing that's normal this year.
Normal-ish.
Normal-ish, you know. You guys will probably have matching masks. Yeah, and you get your, I don't know, but that would be, I don't mind, not that I'm gonna go anyway, but I don't mind if that's you guys need some normalcy, so that, I'm all for it. All right, where did we leave off? We were at credit. What?
No, we
didn't do
I think we stopped at
bank accounts, right?
Yeah.
That's where we were?
We passed that. We did that already.
Oh, we did trunk parties? Oh, so rainy day
The last
funds.
thing to talk about was trunk parties.
Okay.
Yeah, trunk party.
All right. Rainy day funds. Guys, please make sure, and once again, you're continuing your notes. This is annoying. You know what? I don't know if I want to graduate in a mask, because for 2 hours you're gonna sit there with this thing.
Maybe for 8 days.
Touche. Okay, good point. But you're gonna be, the lights are gonna be on. You're gonna be hot and sweating tears, sweating bullets. All right. Let me move on. Rainy day funds. Make sure you guys, when you go off to school, you have at least $25 on your person or in your bank account at all times. Also, when you run out of scholarship money, make sure you have at least $25 to buy something to eat. It's a reality. People spend money and halfway through the semester, they go broke. And then mom, you know she's taking care of Pookie back home and the rent or the mortgage. She doesn't have time to send you $20 to go eat out when you could just get some ramen noodles and some Vienna sausages. And a good microwave. All right, so rainy day funds, have money stashed away under, well, no, don't put it on your mattress. You know, your roommate might see you. In-state versus out-of-state schools. Like I mentioned with the residency, the Florida, being a resident or a non-resident, if you go to a school that is not private, if you go to a state school in another state, you are a non-resident unless you've lived in that state for a year. So Louisiana State, I believe, is a state school. So if you leave here and go there for school, you will be a non-resident. For your freshman year, you're going to be paying. Hopefully you guys don't need to charge. You'll be paying out-of-state fees. Thank you, sir. You'll be paying out-of-state fees. If you stay in Florida, you're going to be paying resident fees, and that's a good thing. Use your talents. If you can do hair, if you can do nails, if you can do lashes, if you can do taxes, if you can write papers, and that's why I push your writing, because you can make money off of other kids who can't write. If you can tutor math, chemistry, physics, you can make money. Know what you can do and do it well so that you can, one girl, I think Kayla bakes. Kayla Clark, she went to Howard. You can bake and make money. And not that kind of stuff, Peterson, regular cupcakes or brownies. Jeez. Or you know, if you can bring the other ones too, but whatever. Make sure you can use your talents to make extra money. And so if you need a bus ticket to come back home or the plane ticket, you can do some research papers, do some papers for people, and get some money out of them. All right. But the good thing, if you go to Colorado State, I think you see the change in the fall. We don't have a change. Everything is the same in Gothenburg. But you see the beautiful brown leaves and all that stuff, all right? In the summer, be careful of the classes that you take. Because it's a shorter semester, everything is compounded. They still give the same, most professors give the same amount of work, but it's a shorter time to do it. Summers in college are not the same as summers in high school. What do we normally use summers for in high school? Summer classes? For remediation. We weren't able to pass the class during the year, so we take it during the summer for us to get to graduation. For college, most of it is it's still the regular courses you have to take. You just graduate a little bit earlier. All right? Do you have to go? No, but it gets you out of the system faster. With that said, be careful how you navigate those classes. Every place is not Northwestern. No place is like Northwestern, actually. I did a course, Intro to Brit Lit, with a professor who was this close to retirement. He was old as dirt and just as boring. And I had to work full time, so I putzed around and, decided I wasn't going to go anymore because I can't do this. I was falling asleep in class. What's the point? So I stopped going. I forgot to drop the class. So they charged me for it, and I failed class. That was my first and last failure because I learned my lesson.
Gotta start somewhere.
How do you have to, how do you drop the class?
You have to fill out, well now it's probably online, but I had to fill out a little drop card and turn it in to admissions and registration. I didn't do that because I worked at night. I worked in the daytime, but by the time I got into class, I was tired as crap. I didn't have time, the offices were closed, so I just let it go. They're gonna drop me eventually, but I missed the due date. So I failed the class and thought, okay, not a big deal, and I had to pay for it, but financially. With that said, that class was only offered once a year. So I had to wait an entire year to take it again. Guess who I had to take it with? The same guy.
Oh, he must have been mad at you.
We knew each other at that point, but but at least I knew how to navigate the system at that point, and I knew the professor. He retired after that class. God. So maybe he was nicer than I don't know, but whatever. Just be careful how you do it. Just because it's summer doesn't mean the courses don't matter. The credits still go, or they still take it away from you. Morning, guys. I don't even know. 35. Why is it giving me a time? Anyway, it is. I think this is Thursday morning, and I am trying to put a video together because I'm teaching this college, information session all week, and I had nothing else to put in there. So, and then because of the dual modality, I didn't overdo it like I do every year. Give them additional stuff so you guys could see more activity in the room. But so you're mostly seeing me standing there and random kids sitting down and looking at the screens. But with that said,
I'm trying to put something together. If it comes together, then you see it. If it didn't work out, then this wouldn't have mattered. So you go out there and have a great Thursday, and I'll see you as the video progresses, or I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.
Fourth grading period's grades. When we come back in April, we start the fourth grading period. You literally have 2 more months as juniors. Some of you may have the summer. So it's 4 months as juniors. But for the most part, it is going to be,
Hello, guys.
don't do it, don't do it. I'm literally teaching now. All right. Extra credit. I don't do that a lot, but when I do, this is going to be a big one, and I'll tell you what it is in a couple of minutes.
No, I'm not making any statement.
Doesn't apply to you. Not yet. Next year. Woo! Possibly. Woo! All right. Test dates. You can sit down, not on the thing.
Oh no, I'm going to class.
But bye. He's still allowed in here.
Scan.
All right. No, because I'll see later. All right. ACT exams. This is the end of your junior year. I would suggest you take it. You can kind of get a feel for it. You can see what it looks like and all that good stuff. By it's on April 17th. So you need to probably go on the website or ask Ms. Jones to figure out when the registration date is for that. The SAT exams all day on May. So
I'm here.
I should help you so hard to find.
Hey, man.
I was doing better than that.
You were. But then you got hungry and went to
Come
lunch.
here, Jet. Come do it. You want to do it so bad? Come do it.
When life was good.
Hey, bro. You just complaining.
Will you hurry up? I have a class literally waiting.
I hate the,
Call the attendance.
come on, man.
All right. There we go. All right. So extra credit is something I don't normally give because I think it's a cop-out for people who don't do anything. If you don't do regular credit, why am I giving you extra credit? But I'm trying to be nice because there's some people who still sit in class and don't do anything and wonder why they have summer school, night school, and possibly Sunday school. With that said, your extra credit opportunity has arrived. It is huge. Especially as juniors, you can sit with your parents, go over stuff. This is the summer that should change your lives. You should be looking at schools, you should be looking at scholarships, you should be looking at what classes do I need next year so I can graduate next year. Do I need a job? Because we might go back to normal stuff and then when they say homecoming, I won't have any money. So this summer is going to be your life-changing summer. All right, Ms. Jones? Yes, sir.
What did you say the document name was again?
L.A.H.S. It's a PowerPoint. It's in week 28 documents. You found it?
Yeah, I see it.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I know you guys are so ready to get started with work with Mr. Williams, so I will not take too much of your time. So I want to talk about a few things. So one thing is SCORE. You all should have gotten an invite to SCORE. It is called SCOIR. It is a, you should have got it to your school email. So everyone, I want you to check to make sure you got that. It should have been like between yesterday or this weekend. You've gotten an invite for SCORE. You click that invite, you create a password, and you're done registering. SCORE is extremely helpful, especially for you all as juniors. So SCORE is like Common App Plus. You can apply to colleges there, you can apply for scholarships there. You can ask teachers to do recommendations for school from SCORE. You can also, like if you're trying to look at schools, because we're in a pandemic and you can't go visit schools right now, you can actually do virtual college tours on the SCORE website. So then you can like look at like students have made videos to show like what the school actually looks like, not the pretty little pictures that the colleges show you, and then like school don't look like that for real. So it's actually videos from current students that are on campus to tell you like the real deal about the school. Since your GPA and your SAT scores and all that things are already input in the system, it can show you like how you level up or how you match up to the kids who actually get accepted to that school as well. So for you all as juniors, it's a really, really helpful tool for that. something else. Say for instance, you don't know what your major is, you don't know what you want to do, all those things. There's an assessment on there called U Science. And you do the U Science assessment, and it's it's like 15 minutes, and it helps you to tell you like, okay, based on your interest, this major might be good for you, this major might be good for you, and those things. And then it'll start recommending colleges based on that type of major. So if you want to do architecture, it'll be like, all right, try Syracuse, try UMass, or try this place. Schools that you probably never heard of because we can't know about all the schools. So that's something very, very important. Second, I need you all to check out my the school website, northwesternbulls.org. On there is a page called, it's a tab called College Corner. With the College Corner, that's what Ms. Jones, myself, has created like a resource for all of you preparing to go to college. So it is Common App things, it is FAFSA things, which are going to be extremely important next semester. Next year, college stuff, FAFSA, how to do a personal statement, all of that is on there. If you want to request the ACT or SAT waiver, the request form is on there. Please don't email me. That's not how you get a waiver. You do the form, and I give out waivers on Wednesday and Friday. Just letting you all know. But everything you need is on there. All scholarships I post on there, and I'll be doing that next year as well. So you don't have to actually come to me for scholarships. Any scholarships I get will be uploaded to the site as well. So just become a little bit familiar with that site, so that you're not confused and don't know how to start your college application process. Are there any questions? Okay.
Can you check your credits on score, you said? No problem. Okay, no problem.
Not that I know of.
But
yeah, but also everybody, please log in the score. I'll be giving Mr. Williams today. By the end of the day, I'll be sending him the list of all kids that registered so he can see which of his kids did it. And so he can give you, he can shade you in class. So, if there are no questions. All right.
Thank you, Ms. Jones.
Last one. Huh?
Well, don't stay talking no more.
I just did the same thing 8 times.
Right? That's what you came to tell me.
Look, you're right here.
I'm back?
Look, you're right here.
But I'm not here.
You're right there.
Oh, wait a minute. I know I'm not there. There I am. Okay. So I'm still big now?
Well, we can't teach you to get off.
No, as long as they can see the board, you're here.
No, he's trying to see him.
He can see himself right there.
All right. So the size is okay now, right? Franklin?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, dang it, that was like half an hour ago. Where was I? Oh, here we go. All right. Saving funds and credit. Liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell for the next dope Angry Teacher video. You know I love y'all.